Hi, Nature Fan 101. I'm trying to get the poll typed up. How was your evening? Hey, Carrie. Glad to hear it was going good. Darn it, I hit the wrong thing. Whew. Ah. Well, that's good. I forgot all about a poll. Hello, everybody out there in live land. You know, I was really disappointed with dragon fruit. The one I had just was not good. It must not have been ripe completely because it had no flavor. But I've heard others say it's really, really good. We're going to give people a few minutes to come in. Hope you all are having a great evening. Oh, I've never had that. I love mango, but I also really love like really ripe pineapple. We're going to give it another 2 minutes or maybe another minute and then we're going to get started. For those of you who are not subscribed, why are you not subscribed? And give my live a like. I'm going to bring this down because I've been told that's the way to do it. I am tired. I rewrote my talk. I'm going to do my lesson after live. And then I'm going to edit some videos or do some typing because I got to type up the next story. I don't know what I'm doing next. Literally. I'm probably going to play a game for a little bit and just relax. Okay. I'm going to get started. Tonight's live is on the black sapote and the Mexican plum. We're going to cover black sapote first and then the Mexican plum. Welcome to stream. Tonight we're talking about two fruits you probably have never heard of. And if you saw them in the wild, you'd probably think they were either rotting or poisonous. We're diving into the black sapote and the Mexican plum. I'm going to explain to you why one of these looks like black sludge, but tastes like dessert, and how the other is a total powerhouse for wildlife. Stick around because the facts behind these two are weirder than anything you'll find in a grocery store. Well, maybe. To understand our first fruit tonight, you have to think about persimmon. But imagine its darker, more mysterious relative from the tropics, the black sapote. I'm gonna give you the scientific name, because, yeah, you know how I am with scientific words. Wait a minute. That's not it. That's not it at all. I don't know what I'm doing. Actually, I do. I know what I'm doing. But maybe I know what I'm doing. Oh, man. Now I think I got it. There we go. I got it. Okay. It is supposedly a biological anomaly. It has really black flesh, like chocolate brown, maybe black fruits. Yeah. The Nigra does mean black. Yes. Yet it's one of the most sought after fruits for those in the know. Now let's dive into the facts behind this black heart fruit. Maybe. So black sapote goes by another name, and that is, well, it's scientific. I'm not going to say the actual name. Including black pudding fruit. You should know that this species is actually not a sapote, but is a persimmon. That's right. What normally would be an orange fruit is a green fruit on the outside with a black or chocolate brown inside. Now, this tree can grow to be 25 to 30 feet tall, or 7.6 to 9.1 meters. But they can grow to be 80 feet or 2.4 or 24.4 feet tall. Black sapote is an interesting tree because it is dioecious, meaning that the tree either produces all female flowers. What disappeared? No, it didn't. You just have to scroll up. So, dioecious meaning that the tree either produces all female flowers or all male flowers. While other trees produce flowers of both sexes, meaning that the flowers are one and the same, both male and female. I guess you could say they're bisexual. Or hermaphrodites. The leaves are alternate, oblong, or leathery with a max length of 12 inches or 30 centimeters, and they are dark green. The flowers arise in the leaf axils. Male flowers are often found in clusters, while females are solitary. The flowers are white and tubular. Fruits are 2 to 6 inches or 5 to 15 centimeters in diameter. It has a green peel, which can be different hues of green. Unripe fruits will have an orange pulp that will become soft, turning brown or black when fully ripe. There will be somewhere between 0 to 20 brown seeds in each fruit. Pollination is by insects. This tree is originally native to Mexico and Central America. It grows best in tropical lowlands. It was spread around by the Maya and the Aztecs, and it has now been spread around by men in the modern era. The fruit, when ripe, is mashed up and the fruit when ripe has a soft pudding-like texture, sometimes compared with chocolate pudding. In some places, the unripe fruit is mashed up and thrown into lagoons or slow-moving water where it stuns fish, allowing fishermen to basically scoop up the fruits by hand. Now, there are two other fruits that we call sapote. They are the white sapote and the mammy sapote. These are not, I can't stress that enough, are not related to black sapote. The word sapote comes from the Aztec word, which I, again, am not going to try saying because I will smear it all over the place. That is the Aztec word for it. That word means soft, sweet fruit. So sapote could technically fit any fruit that is soft and sweet. It will take 3 to 4 years for the plants to go from seed into bearing fruits. If I have not said it yet, this fruit is edible. Interesting fact, the wood of this tree is so heavy that a chunk of it will sink in water instead of float. As a bridge between our two topics, because that's when it's unripe, when it's used to stun the fish, and when it's ripe, the chemicals change and you can eat it. It's sort of like eating a green apple. If you eat too many green apples, they make you sick. Or if you eat a green apple, it tastes bad. It's sort of puckery a little bit. But when you eat a ripe apple, it's sweet. Same thing. We're going to do a little bit of some fruit trivia. Which tropical fruit was so famous, was so important as a food source in the 1700s that it actually caused the famous mutiny on the Bounty because the captain prioritized watering his plants over his own crew? Is it A, cacao, B, black sapote, C, breadfruit, or D, banana? Again, which tropical fruit was so important as a food source in the 1700s that it actually caused the famous mutiny on the Bounty because the captain prioritized watering the plants over his own crew? Is it A, cacao, B, black sapote, C, breadfruit, or D, banana? It is C, breadfruit. Breadfruit was extremely important. You can cook it. You can cook it with it. You can use it in all different types of ways. And almost every island within Polynesia grew breadfruit. Second question. In botany, things are rarely what they seem, or in science, period. Biology, especially. Which of these is a true berry, and which one is a liar? The strawberry or the banana? Which is the berry, and which is the liar? If you said banana, you are correct. Botanically, a berry must come from a single ovary and have seeds on the inside. Bananas fit this. Those tiny black dots in the middle of a banana, you have probably seen them. Those are seeds. Strawberries have their seeds on the outside, making them an aggregate fruit, not berries. Now, not all aggregate fruits have berries or have seeds on the outside. That's an important thing to know also. We looked at the black sapote, a fruit that tricks you into thinking it's rotten when actually it's ripe. Now let's look at the total opposite, the Mexican plum, where the sapote is soft, dark, and mushy. The Mexican plum is vibrant, tart, and tough as nails. It doesn't try to hide what it is, and it's one of the most reliable wild harvests you can find. Here is what you need to know about the Mexican plum. But first, you're going to answer in chat. If you were stuck on a desert island, would you rather have a tree full of chocolate sapotes or tart Mexican plums? Type sapote. I will type this in. Would you rather have the sapote or the plum? Type your choice in chat. And if you haven't done it yet, hit the like button if you've ever gone foraging for wild plums, or just hit the like button because it's the polite thing to do. And let's see how many of you are actually getting out into the woods. Well, I'm not going to worry about that. Yeah, it's weird how taste buds change. I love plums. Even now, I love all fruits. I just don't get plums like I used to. Okay, moving on. We're going to talk about Prunus mexicana. And I am going to throw you for a loop on this one. I guarantee it. So this plum, like many other things that we've talked about, has more than one common name. They are also called big tree plum and inch plum. This plant is in the rose family. If you didn't know that, roses and plums are related. It grows anywhere from 12 to 35 feet, so it's not a tall tree at all. The bark grows from gray to black as it matures. I think that's supposed to be the bark goes from gray to black as it matures. That would make more sense. It will become deeply furrowed, so it'll have deep crevices in it as it ages. The leaves are alternate and simple. They grow to 2 to 3 inches wide and up to 5 inches long. I'm not sure about that. That could be. Yes, these leaves are deciduous, meaning that they drop their leaves usually in the fall. The leaves are, or the flowers are small, white or pink, and fragrant. And they will bloom from February to April. Unlike some trees, they will blossom first and then put on leaves. And they are pollinated by bees, butterflies, and moths. And the fruits are juicy. Now, they will go from green or yellow to purple when ripe. And that happens between July and September. And while it does grow in Mexico, at least in places, it also grows in many states within the United States, such as South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Wisconsin, Iowa, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, Ohio, South Carolina, North Carolina. And they can also be found in 2 states in Mexico. They are going to be posted here in just a second because, again, I don't want to insult anybody. With my bad typing. There you go. Or my bad speaking, I should say. Now, the trees play a very important role because they are host to some 381 species of moth and butterflies. Now, that being said, these moths or butterflies are either getting nectar from the flowers or their caterpillars feed on the tree. But some of those butterflies or moths include the coral hairstreak, the eastern tiger swallowtail, and the cecropia moth, which is one of the biggest moths in North America. And if my memory serves me right, cecropias are a silk moth. Yes, they are. They are a silk moth. So that's really cool too. The fruits are also eaten by a mix of wildlife, including turkey, black bear, grosbeaks, which is a type of bird, quail. Now, important. You need to know this. Plums have a pit inside of them. Do not break open the pit and decide you're going to eat that nut. Not safe. There are chemicals in that seed that, if swallowed, like you swallow the pit and there's a crack in that seed or a crack in the shell, it's not dangerous to swallow the pit, although it could cause blockage. The problem is if there's a crack in that shell, and your stomach acids get into it, it's going to change the chemicals in the seed or the nut to break down, and that breaking down of those chemicals produces cyanide. So it's a serious thing. Don't do that. We started tonight with a fruit that looks like rot and ended with a plum that can survive almost anything. Rather, it's the black sapote or the Mexican plum. These fruits, these plants, are masters of adaptation, and it's been a deep dive into the weird side of the orchard. I've got a couple of final announcements before we close. No, I don't. Including a sneak. We're not getting a sneak peek of anything. It is scary, but it's also manageable. You just don't eat the pit. You throw it away. So we're going to do another round of tropical fruit trivia. I think we lost Carrie, maybe. She's been really quiet. I don't know if we lost her or what. Hello, whoever just came in. She's like really quiet. Anyway, there is a tropical fruit. Oh, no, okay. There is a tropical fruit in Southeast Asia that is so incredibly stinky, it is actually banned from many hotels, subways, and airports. Some say it smells like gym socks or rotting onions, but it tastes like almond custard. What is the answer? And no, before you ask, you do not get a you don't get multiple choice on this one. Sorry. Ooh, I see somebody's answering. Good. I'm sleepy. It is durian. It's known as the king of fruits. Its smell is so pungent because it contains high levels of volatile sulfur compounds. In many parts of Asia, there are literal no durian signs in public spaces, just like there are no smoking signs. There is a small red berry called the miracle fruit. If you eat this fruit, what does it do to your taste buds for the next hour? Any ideas? What miracle fruit does to your taste buds? It actually makes sweet food taste, or sorry, it literally makes sour food taste sweet. It contains a protein called miracolin, When you eat it, the protein binds to your taste buds and rewires them so that when you bite into a lemon or you drink vinegar, your brain perceives it as a sugary sweet. It's basically nature's version of a glitch in the matrix. Which common tropical fruit tree is a member of the cashew family and produces a sap that is chemically almost identical to poison ivy? Which common tropical fruits is actually a member of the cashew family and produces a sap that is almost identical to poison ivy? Ooh. It is a very common tropical fruit. Mango. Mango, cashews, and poison ivy are all in the same family, which is Anacardiaceae. I just totally messed up that name. So, the skin of the mango actually contains the chemical which the oil is called it's the same oil that causes the itchy rash from poison ivy. That's why some people get a rash on their face or hands if they handle or bite into mango skin. True story. I don't know what that is. Nature Fan 101. What is that thing you mentioned? Ow. I know what stroganoff is, but is that the same thing? No, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna type it up. I think, or better yet, I'm gonna do it on my. Oh, sour herring. No, I've never heard of it. It is world famous for having one of the most putrid food smells on the planet, often compared to rotten eggs, raw sewage, or bilge water from an ancient fishing vessel. Yeah, I can honestly say I don't think I've ever heard about it. It sounds like one of those things that I would run away from. We are not necessarily signing off. However, I'm going to go ahead and say this. Look, we're uncovering things most people walk right past every day. If you want to keep seeing the dark side of the orchard, from fish poisons to botanical imposters, hit that like button right now. If your mind was blown by the fact that black sapote is actually an ebony tree, smash the like button. It tells the algorithm that people actually care about the real science of nature, and it helps us get this information out to more people. Well, garum was a very real fish sauce from Rome, and it was pretty stanky too. Coming up on Tuesday, we have something. Come on now. I don't think I can. Yeah, garum is interesting. Saturday or Tuesday we have exotic food, ABIU and Star Apple at 1 p.m. and ice cream bean and blue Java bananas at 6 p.m. Should be interesting. And with that, guys, that's all we have for tonight. My great niece went out with my parents and she got a brand new dress for church on Sunday. I'm happy for her. She gets to hear me talk for the first time. Okay, she doesn't get to hear me talk for the first time, but she gets to hear me talk for the first time. And not that that's a big deal because she gets to hear me talk in class, but that's a different story. Okay. Nature fan, good night. Me too. That's why it's so important to make sure that we're liking the video. Okay, I didn't know if you were going to stick around or if you were going to head out too. I'll talk to you later if you're leaving. And if you are, let me know and I'll pop off. That sounds really bad. I will leave. Actually, I think I'm going to go. Bye, guys.